Hey guys, and welcome back to Bravely Default. So, in the last episode, we took on Ringabel, the Sky Knight, and managed to get the Knight Asterisks from him. But now we actually need to go work on closing up that chasm, and the best way to do that is to grab that airship. But before we do that, we should properly equip ourselves. So we're starting to run a little bit low on potions, and they're not that expensive. They're only 20 pieces of gold each, so let's go ahead and pick up a couple of those. And there's a couple things we can do with our classes. So since we got the Knight ability, we might as well equip it onto somebody, and who better to take the Knight's position than our Honorable Edea. So let's go ahead and flip her over to Knight. I think she'll do very nicely in this class. And let's see, we'll re-equip her. Let's see. Let's put the Ise no Kami back where it belongs on her. But the broadsword actually would be better. We have S-class on that. Okay, so we'll put the broadsword. We'll give her the broadsword then. And let's see, we'll give her dual wheel. We will give her the Ise no Kami. Why not? What do the gauntlets do? No special effect. But it does increase her defense, so let's go ahead and equip that. And Ringabel, you can stay as a black mage, but I will change your ability over. Oh, you're already on my magic. That's probably fine. Let's see, we'll flip this over to miscellaneous so we can use examine. Actually, what would actually be better than that would be black magic? Martial arts? And we'll keep it on that. Let's see, Agnès. We actually have some cutscenes coming up. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to flip Agnès back over to her Freelancer ability. Because that darn hat from the Black Mage just blocks her face entirely, and she has a nice face, so we should be able to see it. And we'll just flip this over to Black Magic instead. This way she'll be able to use the Black Magic abilities, even though she's not a Black Mage at the moment. And Tiz, you can stay a monk. This is all perfectly fine. Don't need to really muck around in there. Although, I should actually change Agnès' equipment to something else. So let's go recommended, and recommended. That should be fine. Alright, let's go see about the airship. It should still be sitting in the southwest river where we last crash landed it. Hopefully it's still in one piece. I mean, it would suck if it sustained damage during that cracked landing. Nope, it's actually perfectly fine. Alright.
Seems I've found a reason to come along. Now, my ladies, all you need do is simply speak the word, and I shall whisk you off to the very ends of existence.
And you're really sure that wasn't just a fluke before?
Rest assured, my dear, I never fail to properly escort a lady.
Agnès, will you tell us why they were chasing you?
The Sky Knights are a branch of the Eternian forces. The Duchy of Eternia has put forth an agenda of anti-crystalism.
Anti-crystalism?
A new way of thinking, based upon the idea of a society no longer dependent upon the crystals. It brands the Crystal Orthodoxy as a heretic faith, and the vestals its minions. It was the philosophy I was raised upon. When the chasm appeared, every one of the Eternian forces was given the order to capture the vestals. They said the vestals and the crystals they tend were the sinkhole's cause.
That's not possible! Agnès has been fighting this whole time to fix what happened to Norende.
I know. I'm sorry. You've nothing to apologize for.
All of this paints the Duchy in a suspicious light, don't you think? Perhaps they know more of the chasm's true cause than they let on.
I cannot imagine we've seen the last of them. If any of you wish to go, do it now. I'll not blame you.
I'm staying with you. I just told the king as much.
I'm in as well. I need to see for myself whether my people are right or wrong.
And playing escort is my job. I'll not cede it to anyone.
If none of you will listen to reason, This is so exciting, Agnès! You're finally headed back to the Wind Crystal side! Yes, to Ancheim, the land of sand and time, and to the Temple of Wind.
Ancheim, the land of sand and time? What's it like there?
Like an oasis in a vast desert beyond the sea. We make southeast of here.
Alright, Vestals, by sea or air. Press the A button to switch between sailing and flying. That said, you probably want to steer clear of the oceans in their rotted state. When sailing, a port or sandy shore is needed to dock. It's inconvenient, but that's life, I'm afraid. Okay, that weird time for realism game. Weird time. So, Agnès, refresh my memory. Amnesia joke, by the way. Which way to Ancheim? Yes, it's southeast. So, will this course serve, or... Southeast, please. My dear, I'm afraid I've no recollection to go by. I need reliable directions, or... What should I do? The innkeep said southeast, and nothing more. I think I see what happened. Ringabel, she means it's southeast of Caudisla, specifically. Aye aye. Ooh, Agnès, just what sort of place is Ancheim? It's covered in the vast desert. And hot. As though it were always summer. Wow, that sounds like the complete opposite of where I was born. Huh. I guess there's all sorts of places out there. This is your first time leaving Caudisla then, Tiz? It is. What about you, Adia? Me? I was a former Sky Knight. I've flown all over the world. Where have you seen? Oh, lots of places. Eternia, Caudisla... Ah, you're barely any better than me. The world is vast, my friends. There are countries of perpetual summer, others of winter. Verdant lands rich in water, entire kingdoms built on volcanoes, nations hidden in forests. That sounds amazing! Or so I'd imagine. I have no memory, remember? What? You're just guessing? The world is vast. Keep that vague, and you're sure to be right. Oh, Ringabel. Is anyone else hungry? Agnès, what sort of food is Ancheim known for? Oh, I'm afraid I so rarely left the temple, I couldn't say. And when I passed through on my way to Caudisla, it was as a fugitive. Well, just tell us about what you have eaten then. I seem to recall a great deal of Ancheim's cuisine being spicy. One bite, and I felt as though I were spewing flames. I broke into a full-body sweat. That sounds pretty intense. Leave it to a desert people to develop a taste for searing heat. I'm sure the women are no less fiery and... Ooh, what about sweets? Any cakes or things? Ah, I'd nearly forgotten. I had the most curious delicacy in the port and on the inner sea. Yes? Yes? It was ice cream. That stretched. Huh? Stretchy ice cream? That sounds so weird. I can't wait. Get ready, weird stretchy ice cream. Idea's coming for you. Full speed ahead. Temperament. Fiery and temperament. Stretchy ice cream? I'm down for stretchy ice cream. Let's go. I will travel the world. Did I just bump? Oh, yeah. You can bump into the town. This is completely nonchalant at all. Okay, we are going southeast, and thankfully we actually have a nice big yellow blob in our map, so I know where I'm going. You know, in the old games, they didn't have stuff like this. You had one screen, and that was it. Maybe you had a map or something that would let you check things out, but for the most part, if you didn't know where you're going, you got lost very easily. So let's see, I know we're going here-ish. So the port's here, and then the city is a little further down, right over here. Okay, so we have a little ways to walk. Let's see, how do I park this thing? This is why I don't have a license, people.
We've arrived in Ancheim. Still no wind.
Are these desert places normally supposed to be windy?
When they're the site of the wind crystal they are, this stillness shouldn't be possible. The wind carried all manner of blessings to this land in days past. It was the kingdom's lifeblood.
I see. All the more reason to hurry then. Which way to the temple?
From here, we need only head... we ought to make for... which way is it? Ignore anything she says. Anya's raises getting lost to an art form.
I'm impressed you made it to Kaldisla.
Just a moment. My journal details much of Ancheim's topography. A clockwork metropolis, nestled in Harina's sandy bosom. Here, time, above all, is sacred. A massive timepiece crowns the kingdom, fueled as all of Ancheim by the ceaseless currents originating from the Temple of Wind to the south.
Quite thorough, isn't it? Sounds as if you've been here before. Perhaps that book of yours is a travel diary?
I do seem possessed of a certain wanderlust. The normal sort as well. Ooh, perhaps I'll find a train of ex-lovers here among the sands.
Let's be off. We make south.
All present, Lord Marshal. Save the usual tune, at least.
No matter. Let's begin.
I trust word has reached you from Kaldisla. The Knights of the Eternian Sky have fallen to the Vestal.
I'd not thought the girl so bloodthirsty as all that.
It appears she surrounded herself with capable guards. What's more, it pains me to say it, but Idia's whereabouts have been lost amid the chaos.
That is no concern of yours. Do not confuse personal matters with your assigned task, Alternus.
My apologies, Lord Marshal.
Not only did the Sky Knights fail, they've given the Vestal wings. Why they didn't simply kill the child, I'll never know.
Keenly insightful as ever, Victoria. Yet I fear we've need of the Vestal alive.
Have we, Victor? Bah, no matter then. If she fled by air, it's a simple matter to track her. She makes for Ancheim by necessity.
And to the Temple of Wind. Ancheim does face upon the Florsheim Sea.
Of course. Most of the world's seas have gone putrid, but the inner sea remains navigable. That would offer the airship a berth. But what does she aim to do there? Why return to the crystal now? It smells of some sinister plot.
Ancheim is the province of the Cammer and Profiteur merchantry. What say you, Lord Marshal?
We haven't the leisure of chasing the Vestal across the globe and back. We need her in custody now. Tell the merchantry to employ any means they must.
Having trouble racking up street passes? Net friend invites are just a thing, which is good because I'm forever learning this. With it, you can connect to the internet and find new guests to aid you. Just ask your local adventurer. He'll help you out once a day. What a guy! Invite net friends with update data. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna do that. I can street pass myself. I have my other 3DS, but Agnès, how did you make it to Ancheim? How did you make it from Ancheim all the way to Kaldisla? How? Do I have my encounter rate off? I think I do. No, it's normal. How have we not encountered anything yet? I mean, I need to see the local Local enemies. Find out what we're up against. Let's see. 1 giant energy orb. 2 very scary looking snakes. Okay. So let's find out some stuff about them. We'll examine the venomous snake. Agnès, I'm gonna have you... Let's see. Well, they're snakes, so they're probably weak to cold or something, so we'll use a blizzard on all foes. We'll do the same, we'll do something different with Ringabel. Let's use some fire. And Adia, we'll have you check out the other one. Alright, go. Ow. Ow. Okay, so the snakes are weak against ice. Let's see. Weak to... Oh, earth and water. Okay, we don't have access to those yet. Soon, though. Soon. Yeah, that shouldn't be too bad. Ow. So in that case, we'll just have Tiz go all in and kill these guys. Do the same thing with Agnès. Same thing with Ringabel. Same thing with Adia. Ew, everyone's poisoned too. Oh, look at that damage output. So much damage. Look at the power of that S-rank rod. Well, at the very least, I'm quite glad that we're near town. I can go find the innkeeper or something, because everyone's poisoned. Oh, shit. Adia, save us! Save us! Definitely could have played that better, but we're close to town. We can go heal up. Just no encounters, no encounters, no encounters. Thank you.
Apprehensive vestal by any means necessary. Seems the Council of Six is growing desperate.
Those were their words. I've relayed them to you. My contract states I'm to receive payment for my troubles from you.
Then your contract is mistaken. I've heard nothing of the sort. Bah, fine. You'll have your fee. But I am taking this small discount. Only fair as a regular customer, eh?
If you must.
Still, this vestal is quite the little monster, no? To have this Sky Knight so undone? If the margin is high enough, I would tackle a behemoth bare-handed. But until I see a profit, I'll not move an inch. Business is business, yes?
Ancheim, the land of sand and time. Wait a second. Is that a giant clock? That was a giant clock. Ancheim. Clock. Ugh. I thought my puns were bad. I never expected to find such a clockwork wonder in the middle of a desert. Yeah, it's great. But this heat? Ugh, I feel gross. The heat was always allied by the steady breeze, but now... the wind has stopped. The air is stagnant. What about the water? Is that contraption drawing up drinking water? I believe so. I recall hearing it was quite costly last I was here. Well, it is an impressive machine. Wait, you mean the water? Indeed. I was surprised to learn water came free in Keldisla. I'd always known it as something to be bought, so you can imagine my delight. More importantly, Agnès, what are the women here? Are they beautiful, passionate, devoted? Where would you suggest for a date spot? I'll need a list of good restaurants, if you please. Unacceptable! Shut down! So close to the inn. We can make it! 20 gold a night? Aww. I miss my free stays. Still cheaper than the antidotes, though. Just woke up and already that tired, Tiz? It's the city! You notice how there's always gears turning someplace close? Sure, the sound is deafening at times. No wonder this place is known for its grand clock. The noise is bad, but the vibration is worse. I can't get to sleep with that hum. I'm surprised you're so high-strung. Surprised? I'm jealous of your ability to pass out anytime, anywhere, idea. Do you need a bit more rest, Tiz? Oh no, I'll be fine. Let's get going. Yeah, hopefully there's a local coffee shop or something. Get some espresso, a latte. What is this? That's an item shop. That's a sword shop. But what I'm really interested in is the magic. Is it this one? This one. Alright, what do you have? Increases physical defense, increases magic defense. Wind magic, very nice. I don't think we have access to this just yet. But we'll definitely buy the wind magic. Inflicting silence, inflicting poison, inflicting sleep, not as important, since they tend not to work on bosses anyways, at least from past RPG experience. Maybe I'm wrong. But we'll get protect and we'll get shell. And then I'll get some extra money, we'll get these later. That is a huge freaking clock.
Silence, one and all! Your king, Camor the Eighth, speaks!
My people, I thank you for your tireless efforts. As you are well aware, our glorious nation's production has suffered a harsh fall since the wind's cessation brought the Grand Mill to a halt. Without nature's former bounty, our turbines went completely still. They sit as silent as the desert night. In the wake of this crisis, you rose up and took matters literally in hand, operating the turbines manually. I, your king, lack words to thank you for your hard work. However, I am much aggrieved to say that energy production is less than 1/5 its former total. At this rate, our proud kingdom, renowned for its unparalleled industry, is doomed to ineluctable decline. I find myself without recourse but to revisit my prior fiat regarding the schedule of all able-bodied citizens. Henceforth, labor shall commence at 0900 hours and will extend beyond the current 1659 until 2059, effective immediately.
What?
What? We're flesh and blood. We need rest.
In so doing, turbine output is expected to rise to 30% of its former value before the wind ceased output of...
Your Majesty! Your Majesty! Brave news! Just take this.
What? The vestal? Be calm, my children. I know your pain all too well. My heart bleeds just as yours. But I ask that you join me in remembering the cause of our woes. The Crystal Orthodoxy and the Vestal's indolence. Therein lies the true cause of the wind's absence. And what has the Great Vestal done since the air went still? What did she do in the face of your suffering? She abandoned you, fled the country to save herself alone. In this, Ancheim's first and direst hour of need, the Vestal we loved and trusted is powerless or unwilling to help. Though it pains me deeply to tell you of these things, I cannot deny this simple truth. What resolution can be brought about to this terrible crisis? The Crystal Orthodoxy is not but a hollow creed. What result have years of worship at the altar of the crystal brought us? Once more I say it. It is by our own hands that we shall push this glorious kingdom ever forward. Onward to still greater glory.
There. Just now, that leer. That was aimed at us.
Seems that little speech was for your benefit, Agnès.
It's slander is what it is. That creep's giving you no chance at all to defend yourself.
Agnès.
I don't know about you, but I smell a rat. Ugh, jeez, like, he wants to do what? He wanted to do from 9 in the morning to 11 at night? Or was it 9 at night? I believe it was a 12-hour shift. 12-hour shift sucks. I know, I've done 17-hour shifts before, and by the time you're done those, you just crash on the bed, you just don't want to move, ever. So in the next episode, we have a party chat to deal with, and in between episodes, I think I'm going to grind up the job levels just a little bit so that we can get something with a knight, and maybe get some knight abilities onto Tiz as well. So until next time, thank you guys so very much for watching this, and I hope you're having a fantastic day.